Dungeon Delver gives resistance damage by traps.
Tell me. It started.
Thank you guys. And we are back. So, we start up with Rust making your way towards the door as it seems to be locked.
Define how locked. Wait, no. Rust reaches towards where she kept her lockpicks and realized, oh, they exploded. So she's just gonna do it the old-fashioned way and kick in the door.
Yeah, roll a strength check.
Whee! I'm good at those.
As you bring your leg up and hit the door, as your leg continues to move forward, and your ankle seems to buckle and turn sideways as you hurt your ankle in the process.
Do I hear the knock?
You hear the impact, yes.
Just a moment.
Sorry.
Yes, darling.
Everything okay in there?
Well, I'm bleeding a bit. And, I killed a witch. I go open the door.
Is Slate nearby hearing that yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, you open the door. You look at Davari, he's like 2 inches away from death.
Hello, Russ, darling.
I look like shit.
I kind of feel like it. Tonight has not been my night. Let me tell you. Well, come in.
Russ goes inside.
And I shut the door behind her. And did I already finish doing what I was originally doing?
You see him holding on to a jewelry box with reverence.
Right.
Hands covered in blood. But doesn't seem to have any wounds on them.
With pretty much zero context to all this, Russ is gonna take it in stride. Right, well, okay, yeah, okay. Congratulations on killing a witch.
I'm gonna loot the place.
Yep.
I start looking for his money.
I start looking for his money and anything that'd be useful for my spells. Or referencing
Slate.
the Iron
The
Man.
I
fuck
need you
is
to make a
paladin?
strength check.
Treachery Paladin! What do you fucking expect?
Oh yeah.
As you guys hear an impact on the door.
One moment. And I walk over to the door and I open it again.
Slate's holding on to his ankle. In his full witch hunter garb. Road hunter garb.
I'd already seen him in this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, when we first met. Or when we met back up. Okay. Well, looks like somebody broke out their big boy pants. The witch is already dead, darling.
As you look over to Devery and he looks like he's 2 inches away from death.
Do I see Russ looting the place too?
Rush is just throwing everything about and trying to find anything useful
She's
in the
having to herself.
background.
Well, come in.
It's like, hey, stop that.
I look at him for a second and I say,
I am looking
No.
for specifically an eyelash encased in gum Arabic.
And you say that to me?
No, I'm just.
Okay.
Why would I say that to you? Jeez.
It's because I said, hey, stop that. And you're like, I'm looking specifically for...
I am
Russ
responding. to
Yeah,
your
get up and
statement
help me
with
find
no.
it.
Russ stops, looks up at that's what it says.
As you look at him, you see him in his full garb, and you take pause for a second as you take in the full visage.
Okay, right. Yeah, do your business. And I'll...
Unless you guys want to be charged with this too, you best get out of here.
I shut the door in his face.
I open the door back up.
I shut the door and then lock it.
No.
Alright, make an opposed strength check.
I have disadvantage. And I still win. Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. That was the other one.
Sure, piss off.
As
the
Devar,
Rune
you're trying to
Hunter.
push the door closed on Slate, and Slate just kind of like walks forward.
Well, that's not playing fair.
And neither is this. It's not
I
the
mean,
time
he
to be
fought
joking
back.
around.
Alright, I'll be helping Echo if they need me. Bye. Just walks off.
She'll get your reward for killing the witch, but anything further will hurt you.
Wait, I didn't hear that part. I didn't hear what Anthony said.
Oh, repeat yourself, Anthony. Anthony?
What?
If
Repeat yourself.
I couldn't hear you guys either, so it was difficult.
Okay. Well, Laz didn't hear you.
Oh. Well, I said you'll get your reward for killing the witch, but
I did nothing. This is Larry. I just got here. Alright.
And then anything further.
going through his stuff may cause you to get caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sound.
So, you're saying I can't look for his money?
If I come across it, it'll be yours. But
It's around this time you hear a popping noise as a shadow that was on the city seems to get lifted.
what?
The
What?
city?
The city.
Okay.
What?
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 A shadow on the city is lifted.
Yes.
Like we feel better, or that was a physical shadow that just got lifted.
Both.
So it's no longer nighttime?
Is this everyone right now?
This is everyone.
Okay, I look out the window, looking up.
People starting to looking up, nothing seems to be happening. But looking out towards the street, people are looking around, seemingly bewildered. The hard faces and mean attitudes people seem to be having before seemingly melt away and almost turn back to a normal relationship that you would expect in a town.
Are you
Oh my
kidding
God.
me? I went to do assassin things and help people.
Yeah, I knew I
Can I
could
take
trust
this
in
back?
you in the end.
You slayed the level 1 witch.
The accidentally good assassin.
Who almost failed.
Yep.
Who couldn't assassinate.
That's the trademark assassin.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
That went perfectly fine. As intended.
Well. And I look at Slate. All according to plan.
Next time, if you're going to be planning this stuff, at least let me know.
Well, okay, that was complete and utter bullshit, Slate, darling. I didn't know he was a witch until I got in here.
I know.
And I told you I was gonna kill him.
I know.
By the way, could you hold this box for a second?
So, is the box bloodied too?
Oh, obviously, yes.
No.
Really? Because I want to, get some of this blood off my hands. I mean, if you don't want to take the box, just say so.
Why is the box bloody? What is in there?
What's in the box?
It's a dick in the box.
Oh, in the in the box, and I open up the lid,
It's a dick in the box.
and then I slowly close it back, and I go,
No, shh. You can't take parts of a witch with you.
and I walk out.
Not with the box.
I throw the box outside and then run after it.
Try to grab. Do a grab. Athletics versus acrobatics.
You have a chance.
I have disadvantage.
You have a chance.
Can I do athletics too?
Sure.
12.
As you toss the box out, as Slate tries to reach up and grab it, you slide between his legs, roll on the other side, grab it, and then run with it.
I am going to the bar.
As you head to the bar, you see the individual that prompted you the assassination, currently out on the streets, as baffled as everyone else.
I walk up to him. Oh, there you are. Good. I was worried I was gonna have to search for you.
What was that? What have I done?
Well, you hired me.
I yelled at my wife.
Oh God. Son of a human.
As there seems to be like a conniption fit going over the dude's face as he's like looking at his hands in confusion.
So, are you gonna pay me or not?
What?
Pay me for the job.
Gods, I paid you to kill someone.
You know what? This isn't funny. It's not worth it anymore. Are you paying me or not? Yes or no? Quick question.
He just kind of looks a little frightened for a moment and just like, yes. So he pulls out $4 gold.
Okay. I take them and I say, "Oh, did you want this?"
One second. I need to roll a d20.
Oh,
To see if he wants it?
As he sees the box and immediately starts hurling.
I'll take that as a no. Hey, Slate, darling.
Pretty sure it's far?
I mean,
don't
if you
know.
didn't chase after him, then no, you wouldn't see him.
Yeah, no, I think I need to stay here.
Well, thank you for your business, and I go back over to the haberdashery. Slate.
We'll turn to see Devery.
And I put the box down on the closest counter.
As Slate, you're standing over the body and you see that it has 4 distinct wounds and about 100 other unnecessary cuts on the body that seems to be post-mortem, as well as the mutilated junk.
You seemed quite angry at him.
He did a spell that stopped me from moving, and then he kept hitting me.
You know, I'm pretty sure your master would be disappointed if he saw this.
I'm pretty sure he would have been disappointed when I failed to sneak up behind a man taking a bath. Which is why I'm not going to mention it to him. Unless I'm really drunk. By the way, his dick's in there.
I figured. I'm assuming you don't want it anymore.
Well, the guy apparently no longer wants to give it to his wife.
I'd imagine a lot of people are regretting things.
Probably. So, oh.
It's just Echo.
So, if you're not gonna let me loot his corpse or around his establishment for his money, and I have no more reason for that box, I'm gonna go and pass out in a bed.
Oh, and here, this is the key to our room. As I'll hand him the key.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, you have to move through a crowd of people that seem to be in, like, bewilderment. Noticing, like, on the side of the Black Bullet, about a crowd of about 30 people currently just moving towards Echo and looking to get, like, absolution or redemption for whatever crimes they've been doing with this shadow that was placed over the town.
Ah, so I see them going and doing the whole repentance thing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I see. One moment.
At this point, I'm probably back by Echo and helping
Nope,
him.
I'm going to bed.
Helping him
Curious as to
turn
what
his
you would have
dump
done
into
if
a
you had
proper.
rolled a 1.
I don't know, something.
Well, obviously, Devery was going to go over there and completely and utterly mock everything Echo was doing.
Oh, I thought you were going to confess.
Well, yes, but I was going to do it in, like, a really over... Yeah.
It's like,
I was
oh
gonna
man,
do
I
it-
can't believe you're hearing how I killed this witch.
I was going to, like... forgive
Look
me,
in this
Father.
box.
I have sinned. Look at what I have
Forgive
done.
me, Father, for I have sinned, and sinned often and enjoyed it.
So, Nobu, you see the crowd of people that were over in there start moving out of the town, or out in the center of the town with a very similar, like, clout as everyone else. Confusion, then sorrow, and everybody seems to be taking it differently, but all the people that you see initially don't seem to be all that happy with whatever's happened to them.
Nobu's gonna try to talk to the nearest person, and he's gonna ask them, excuse me, what was going on here?
I kicked my son out of my own house. Why would I do that? He's only 9. What have I done? Like, you get almost the exact same story with everyone. They've done something, like, where they don't believe that in their right mind they would ever think of doing. Another guy's like, I shot my brother in the head. I killed him.
You are definitely crazy. Nobu's gonna gonna come to the conclusion that this must be some place where people go to make confessions and try to repent for their sins.
Yeah, that's fair enough to make.
Nobu's gonna look for any like important looking to him figures that might stand out from this crowd of citizens.
You may attempt a perception.
Okay. Boom.
You see this lady that seems to be more well dressed than everybody else and doesn't seem to be really bothered with anything that's going on here.
Excuse me, Miss. You're very well dressed.
Well, thank you, sugar.
Oh. Oh, I'm. Oh, what are your sins exactly?
My sins are too long to speak in a short time like this. Maybe we can go to someplace a lot more comfortable and we can talk about sins together.
Yes. I'd rather stay disease-free. Thank you. And Nobu's.
What?
Nobu's just gonna turn around and walk back, just rubbing his eyes.
Yeah.
Come up and see me sometime, she says as you walk away.
Nobu's going straight to bed because he's tired. It's been a long day, a lot of bullshit.
All right. And Sienna.
Sienna's seeing some of the commotion come downstairs and from like the doorway of the inn, kind of lean on the side, folding her arms and just watch everyone real curiously, having understood that something just happened. It seems like other people are feeling it too, but doesn't really go out asking people, just maybe doing like a perception, trying to overhear conversations if she can.
So, Debris, you would pass by Sienna, who's just like sitting in the hallway and leaning in, trying to figure out what's happening. Obvious bewilderment on her face.
I kind of give her a little toodaloo.
What happened?
Well, you know that guy I was going to kill?
Yes.
Turned out he was a witch,
I see.
and apparently when he died, something changed in the city. I don't know.
Yeah, I felt it too. What's with everyone?
They've apparently all done something that they regret. The guy who paid me suddenly didn't like the fact that he had hired me to kill a man. He
So
still
you-
paid me.
So you think that the witch had something to do with this?
I mean, it's entirely possible. Everything changed not long after I killed him.
It's interesting. He didn't seem like the type who had much of a diabolical plan.
Well,
He
no,
just seemed
but
like he just wanted to sleep.
I'm gonna give you some wisdom here, Sienna. People who don't look like the biggest threats often are.
I see. Well, you certainly look worse for wear. She looks you over.
He looks 2 inches
Yeah.
away from death.
He had some kind of spell, kept holding me in place, and then he beat me with the blunt end of a dagger repeatedly.
I guess you're lucky he didn't use the bladed end.
He was talking something about a sacrifice. Oh, and he called you a whore, by the way.
I see. She says she's gonna squint her eyes. Well, I'm glad you're still alive, but how about next time, before you go running off to kill people, just take care, I don't think that's how we should operate. I mean, I can't I can't tell you how to live your life. I know I do not have that right. I barely know you, but I don't feel comfortable being an accomplice in any sort of assassination. Especially random ones like this that just have to do with a domestic dispute.
Right. Well, you're right about one thing, darling. You don't have the right to tell me how to live my life. So I'll tell you what, in the future, I won't tell you when I go to kill people. And I'll just do it anyway. How about that? Does that work for you, princess? And I go to bed.
Just follows you with her gaze. And then just looks back out to the people.
A good handful of them seem to be like crying in the streets. Others looking down in anger and then moving back towards their homesteads or out of the town towards what you assume to be their farms or whatnot. It's a win, but it's visibly not an easy win.
And well, considering that no one's hunting in the streets with axe and pitchforks and torches saying kill the witch, she's assuming that anything that might have happened earlier that day either was not seen or they might just blame it on the witch that just died. So she's feeling a little bit more comfortable about this situation, but still not entirely comfortable that she's been casting magic in front of a ruin hunter.
So, as time is passing, eventually Slate, the crowds are starting to mass and break and turn into, like, disorderly. Eventually someone's gonna have to step up and say something. As you're just sitting in the house not doing anything.
Well, I'm like, this is something we actually got to talk about later to save time. But we'll head out.
And you leaving, and it's like a ripple effect. People slowly start quieting down, looking at you as you exit the house, which moves to the next person, to the next, and so on and so forth. As eventually they have a low-toned, quiet murmur that is still like a cacophony, but all on bated breath, waiting to hear what you have to say.
The witch has been slain. The deeds are no more. So long as no one else gives any more trouble, I think we can settle with just the one death today.
There was a witch in our midst.
There was.
As another person says, I killed my son!
It was not your fault, but the witches.
Like more outcry of self-guilt towards you of deeds that they've done, which can go from stealing from a family member, committing violence to them, doing somebody wrong, lying, cheating, anything that during however long this witch has been here affecting them, they seem to self-realize and unsure exactly how they should feel on this, as guilt seeming to well up in the overall town.
Well, seeing that, I'll say, like, you're starting to feel guilty for what you think you have done. Start by giving it back. And maybe this town can be rebuilt to what it used to be.
One man speaks up. What of that would be? Give back how?
How many people come in here?
They start to look among each other, and eventually one of them speaks up. Not many. Normally just cutthroats and bandits.
Then start trying to make this place known. There are many lost people in these deserts. Lives that can still be saved if they knew help was here.
Are you staying to help us? Another woman would say.
Last, I'm only supposed to be here for another few days. I can help craft many things. But ultimately, it'll be up to you guys to help rebuild this place.
What if the witch returns? This seeming to get more of a resounding murmur out of everyone.
We will burn his body later tonight. So that you all can see that he's truly dead.
They seem to take that in a positive manner, as the thought of committing violence on the thing that's basically screwed them over for how long gets a murmur of appreciation and applause out of you, or out of that.
And then perhaps tonight, why don't we all celebrate? We all got our lives back. And perhaps we can be a city once more.
Make a persuasion with advantage. That's the sentence I was trying to say.
I mean, you got it out.
You got there.
Yeah, I want to inspire that. Yeah. Okay. I thought it let me rerolled it.
I mean, your speech seems to speak to a lot of people, but others seem to be still eaten with sorrow and don't seem to be in all that much of a partying mood. Don't you get like 20 to 25 people interested?
Start. Wish I had more charisma for that then.
Oh well. But with that, they begin to go with you, go back to the inn at the Black Bullet, and drink themselves into the ground. With all drink,
The
on
positive
them.
people or the negative people?
The positive people.
Okay.
And they would pay for your helpings for the night. So, with everybody that's trying to sleep upstairs, you just hear this ever-present reverberation of yelling, screaming, singing, rowdiness coming from downstairs.
Sienna
And
would
then
just
for the
made
very perceptive people, like late in the night, you'll hear a and a flashlight.
like Sienna would have just gone back up to her room once people were filing in, and then just set up a chair at the window to the thing and what?
Oh, okay, yeah, I got
Wow. Okay. Well, no.
Uh,
Just set up a chair, sit down by the window. If Nobu comes up, she'd probably say, you can have the bed. I probably won't be sleeping much tonight."
I don't
So-
like beds.
Well, it's a comfier one than the floor. Trust me, it'll do you some good.
Yes, but I also don't like laying down on smelly beds.
Fine, have it your way.
I was gonna just settle in and pick a corner and sleep in that corner, curled up.
Yeah, you get curled up and begin to sleep. Your left hand subconsciously just killing any roach that comes by you.
Good.
It's Sienna just by the window with the tome in her lap, legs crossed, as she just looks out the window. Sorry, did I cut you off, Alan?
No.
Okay.
And Divari,
Mhm.
you go to sit down into the bed. What's your passive?
11.
Okay, that's good enough. You notice that on the bed, there's these black little specks that seem to be moving around the edges of the bed.
Just like home. And I go to move them.
Oh yeah, you can move as much as you want, as you notice that the bed is most likely infested with them.
Yep. Floor it is then. I lay down on the floor. Which probably isn't any better.
Surprisingly
any-
enough.
It's not any worse than getting stabbed in the desert, or being paralyzed and hit in the head by a witch multiple times.
Yeah, that would be true.
And as you get to sleep, you just look down at your hands and kind of chuckle at yourself as you still see splatters of witch dick blood on it. But then you recall back to words of your master and hearing, "Anger is your enemy. The moment you let it take you, you should just take that knife of yours and stab it in your own throat."
I'm gonna sling one arm over my eyes and go, son of a human.
As you attempt to get to sleep with the sound of the partying coming from downstairs. Finally, Rust, you would make your way as Slate is currently holding up a barrel to his mouth and chugging down whatever the contents are, as the people in here seems to just be egging him on to go more and more and more.
Oh no, I was going to Echo Store.
I know this is later on.
Okay. I'm pretty sure he's exhausted and fallen asleep from priesting.
Yeah, basically.
If she had eyebrows left, Russ would raise them at seeing Slate honestly impressively doing this.
Yeah, and after about 10 seconds, he lifts the barrel from his mouth. Make a strength check, Davari. Or not Vari, it's late. As he
Still
takes it
unbending.
and breaks it against his head. As the entire inside of the inn goes wild.
There's a slightly quieter clapping from Rust.
And are you immune to poison?
I am not. However, I have advantage.
Alright, so I need you to make a constitution save. Okay, yeah, you're not drunk yet. But boy, are you getting close.
It's okay, I don't need to breathe.
But as everybody seems to either have retired and joined.
Actually, wait.
Okay.
Slate's here,
Slate
and he's
is here,
partying.
and
That
he's
means
partying.
that means the place is empty.
Maybe.
I was gonna go check it out.
Question, Slate. Did you burn the place, or did you just burn the witch?
Well, this is what I need to go over with you, like all the protocols and all this fun stuff.
Yeah, it's important to know this.
The place is a part of the witch. The witch lived there. The witch did witch things in there. Burn the witch.
Yeah. The protocol would probably be to burn the village, or burn the house.
Whoa!
Once the party's done, he's gonna start
Burn the village!
I'm drunk enough to light this whole place on fire.
Is the house still on fire?
Yeah, as you go, you turn to see the wreckage of the house set to a strong blaze.
Using divine sense, can I pick up anything?
You can try.
Right. I'll post it in the chat in the text thing. Fucking words.
Yes, please.
It's way more specific than Slate's.
Alright, 60 feet. That's what I needed. So, no. You cannot sense anything within 60 feet of you.
I'm standing right outside the building, by the way.
I understood.
Okay.
Because the evil's presence isn't there.
Not within 60 feet.
Satisfied for the time being, Rust leaves the house ablaze. Is there anyone still in the street?
Yes, actually. An old man currently sat in a a rocking chair, enjoying a pipe of his own. Looking to be sat outside of one of the nondescript buildings. And then there's occasionally a wanderer or whatnot currently moving through the town.
Okay. Yeah. Rust is gonna head back to the tavern. Honestly, hoping that she might have found some clues in this, but had Slate's not officiated.
Burn that motherfucker to the ground!
Yep.
Alright, so.
When I get back inside, there's another barrel.
There is another barrel. I need you to make another constitution save.
Me?
At disadvantage, so it's regular. Describe how drunk Slate takes.
Oh, he's stripping, putting on his clothes on other people.
You really
Still keep-
want to do that?
I'm drunk, might as well.
He hung around the
Putting
bar.
Ruin Hunter attire on someone else. Okay, cool.
It's fine. I can get another one. And people wouldn't dare to walk around with that by themselves.
Okay.
I'd expect to find it neatly folded and clean when I wake up.
But yeah, he's stripping, partying. People seem to be at
What
least
does he look
drunk
like?
and happy.
He's just smooth.
I mean, it's Rocky.
Well, you know what I mean.
And that's as much as you're getting in this PG-13 description. And with that,
Wait. He has tattoos, right?
he has a tattoo.
A tattoo. Is it visible now he's naked?
It is visible.
Yeah?
Is it anything I recognize?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm good now.
And with that, as you all begin to head to your respective beds, maybe some of you more drunk than others, you end your night on the first day in Mirage. With that, we're going to end today's episode.
While Nerby's asleep, I slid his throat and stabbed him and steal his stuff and run away. Is it?
Oh, Davari beat you to it.
Oh, damn.
It'd be really hard to do that because Sienna's gonna be right there.
Oh no! See, I also stabbed Sienna.
Yeah, he took the dick with him to give to you.
So, thank you guys for watching. We are going to call it for that for today. Remember, you can follow us at Nightxgamer at YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Patreon to be a part of the game and help build the world, which is Requiem. But yeah, we're calling it. Thank you, Giggles, for doing all the bit stuff today. You're awesome. And remember, you can catch us next week at Saturday, 10:30 p.m. CST for the continuation of They.Were.Heroes. Tomorrow you can catch us at 12:35 p.m. for the next episode of Empire of the Lost. If you're interested in all the stuff that we're doing here, that's another campaign that we do during the weekend. But we're calling it here. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.